Hi, I'm Gill Fry. Today is packing day. I'm heading off to Norway next week, so I'm packing up all my camera gear. So I'll show you some tips and tricks on what to pack and how to pack it, and things definitely not to forget. Okay, so I'm going to start with some gear that I'm going to pack into my carry-on backpack. Now, I take all my expensive gear in my carry-on, so I'm definitely not going to lose it. And I pack probably the most expensive gear in there, so I'm assured it's with me. Okay, so first of all, I'll show you all the gear that I take, and then some will go into my backpack and some will have to go into my suitcase, as you're only allowed 8 kilos of carry-on. So first of all, obviously, my camera. I'm taking my Canon 6D Mark II, and then I'm taking 4 lenses. 1, 2, 3, 4. So first up, I'm taking my Canon 24-70. That's my general landscape lens and my go-to lens. I will then be taking my Samyang 14mm, and that I use mostly for my nightscapes. My Canon 100-400, that's to make sure I've got a nice distance between me and the local wildlife. And my Canon 40mm. This is a little macro lens, but the reason why I'm taking this lens is it's my backup lens. If anything happens to my 24-70, then at least I have got something in the sort of landscape range other than my wide. And also, don't underestimate this little lens. It is a little ripper. I probably won't use it a lot, but it's my just in case, because as I've found out in the past, accidents do happen. Okay, now first tip and trick. Make sure you clean all your lenses before you go. Have everything nice and clean and no dust with your lens cloth. And the reason that I say this is because you will get to your holiday destination and you'll be so excited that I bet you'll whip out the camera to grab that shot, and when you get home you'll be very disappointed if there's dirt all over the lens. So just make sure they're clean before you go. Now, next thing is my nice lightweight tripod that I use for hiking. It's carbon fibre. It's a Sarui T125X, if anyone's interested in what it is. And I have on it a K30 ball head. Now also, just a little thing is you'll notice too that I have everything with a sticker on it, because I'm hoping that if I accidentally leave something behind, somebody will be good enough to return it to me. And also, if you are going on a workshop or a tour, it's always good to make sure yours is labelled, because it's quite possible that other people will have the same sort of equipment on the tour. Okay, the next thing is lights. I've got a little headlight for when I go out at night, and I've also got my little torches here to light up the scene. I also have my flash, my Canon 430 EX2 flash, and that's also for lighting up at night or if I need to take any portraits. Filters. Now, I'm torn. Normally when I go away, I only take my screw-on filters. And in this case, I've got a polarizer, I've got a 10-stop, and I've got a semi-grad. Now, these are much easier to take travelling than my big filter kit. But I'm torn because I also want to make sure I get the best shot. So I think these will be coming with me, but whether I take my filter kit or not is going to depend on weight, I think. Also, make sure lots and lots of memory cards. I have more than this, obviously. I've just put them here for display to remind myself to say to you, take lots of memory cards, and also a backup memory bank so that you can put it onto your computer or your laptop, and so that you've got all your shots backed up. Very important. You don't want to lose those shots. Next in line, just some things that are, well, they're just handy to have. I've got some magnifier glasses here, which are really good for just giving that extra focus. A pen. You never know when you need a pen to tell somebody, write down some details or something. And also your business cards. Business cards. Ta-da! Okay, some extra handy things. Just a 50-cent emergency poncho, always handy to have and extremely light. Shower caps. Now, next time you go to a motel, shower cap. If it starts raining, you can quickly pop it up over your camera. Very handy, lightweight. These will go in my my main luggage rather than in my camera bag, because I don't think I'll be allowed to carry it on with that thing. Obviously, they're for the tripod. And a coin. Well, I always make sure I have a nice little sturdy coin to act as a screwdriver. Tip number 2. Great when you want to undo a few little things, and that's a handy thing to have rather than carrying a screwdriver. Next thing is my Pluto Trigger. That's any sort of trigger you're going to need, especially if you want to do time lapses or any sorts of shots. I've got my lens warmer, again for my night shots. A power bank for the lens warmer. Now this one actually won't be coming with me because it's over the 22,000 that you're allowed to carry on, but I will be taking a smaller one. Batteries, batteries, batteries. Batteries you have to put in your carry-on. So what I do is, one, with my batteries, I make sure I keep these little things that come with the batteries. It covers the contacts to make them safe. And if you haven't got those, then just put a bit of cardboard and tape over your contacts so nothing can happen. I also have these fire safe bags, which I pop them in. This one is a DJI one, the Mavic Pro, but I also just use them for my batteries. They just pop in there once I've covered up the contacts. So there you have it. Somehow I've got to take all this. The next challenge is to see what's going to fit in my 8 kilos of carry-on. So there you have it. Now I've just got to fit it into my 8 kilo backpack. I've got everything packed into my backpack except for my tripod, my memory bank and my power bank. Everything else is in my backpack, and it's 7.5 kilos. If this was helpful to you, then please do ring that bell so you get notifications when I post up my next video. You certainly don't want to miss the ones coming out soon from Norway. Make sure you put a like and do comment below if you have any tips and tricks that might help somebody when they're also packing their bags to go away. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you soon. Bye for now. See ya.